Greetings and Chatelet, everyone. This is going to be a very different kind of review on a very cheap headphone made for kids called PopTone. They sell these in, I don't know, stores that don't sell headphones, whatever, places where you go in and you buy snacks and things like that. And then they got the little Apple adapters and the accessories, the little earplugs, and some of these little plastic headphones and so on, you know, just convenience stores, drugstores, whatever. Anyway, this little gadget, $10, PopTone headphone. I'll tell you all the things that's wrong with this. Now, on my Dale Thorne website, and you know I don't allow comments on my videos because of YouTube's policy, which you can see on my YouTube site under the header, which has a statement there. But anyway, on my Dale Thorne website, you can communicate, or you can go to a section called Hi-Fi Miscellaneous, and under Hi-Fi Miscellaneous, you'll see a topic called headphone volume and hearing damage and all that sort of thing. I explain the whole thing about kids and headphones and why they damage kids' hearing. Many of them, this one in particular. Point of it is that to make this thing work, the sound is so awful that I had to boost the upper bass just a whopping amount, like 10 decibels, just to get it even to have a little bit of a warm tone. Now, it doesn't give any bass thump or any of those kind of things like people will get on a premium headphone like this Beats Solo 3 here, you know, which costs a bunch of money, $300. But still, just to get even the slight bit of warmth that you would have in even in something like an Apple EarPod, which is a $10 item you can get from Amazon, Chinese made, whatever, clones. To just get that kind of a warm tone, on here you need to boost that upper bass a whopping amount, which if the kid has a bass control on their little music player and everything else, it might work. If it don't, they're probably just going to turn the volume up to try to get some of that. In the lower treble, not the highest treble, of course, which there's none here, but in the lower treble, right around where the presence region is, where it gives music kind of a life to it, you know, where you get a little bit of that air that makes a guitar sound like a guitar, you know, where you get what they call overtones or harmonics. I had to boost that up a huge amount also, at least 10 decibels, just to get a presence to this, you know, to make it sound like music. But again, the problem is that if the kids want to hear something that sounds like it has some life to it and everything else, they have to turn the volume way up, in which case that mid-range volume then is going to really damage your hearing because it's going to be up huge amounts. And well, anyway, that's the story on this. This thing is extremely cheaply made. It's like just rubbery and everything else. Whatever the drivers are in here, I'm sure the drivers are okay, probably, but the cheap plastic ear cup containers with probably no acoustic treatments in them at all is what causes it to have that awful sound. Sound is probably like one of those single-side earplugs you used to get in transistor radios many years ago. I don't think anybody makes those anymore, but really, really terrible. And the rest of it's conventional. It's got a 3-prong plug on it made for Apple, possibly Android would work here also, I'm not sure. And I think the extra control there, you see for 3 separators here and everything, and so that's left, right, ground, plus one more for the clicker, and this little clicker will give you the start, stop, and next, previous. You know, I didn't even test that to see if it works, but who really cares? I mean, you know, it's very, very cheap. And the box here, it's a little cardboard box with a little glass window in it. Doesn't say much of anything on it except, what's it say on here? Frequency range 20 to 20, that's a joke. There's no output that I can even detect, even at boosted volume down below probably about 70. In fact, if you get anything below 80, it's going to be just buzzing. And what is this? Frequency range, impedance, sensitivity, blah, blah. Redefined sound. What in the heck does that mean? Minimizes outside noise. Well, I'd say no, because the reason why it doesn't minimize outside noise, and while I have to turn the volume up even louder, is because these cheap paper mache ear pads here don't seal up against the ear, particularly in cooler weather, which is most of the United States, half of the year. And yeah, there's no way to get a good seal. And of course you have to bend the thing to fit most people's ears, because there's no flexibility in this design at all. Once you have the thing on the ear, see, there's just no sideways movement here at all, except what I'm forcing by bending the rubber. But once they're on your head, you know, there's no joints in here to move the ear cups back so they fit your ears directly on your ears. So anyway, there it is. There's my quickie review on something called, is it Pop Tune or Pop Tone, whatever it is. Let's see, it says Pop Tone. So $10, and you don't get what you pay for, unless you're paying for really bad sound and potential hearing damage. And well, I don't know what else to say. That's my review. Look on my Dale Thorne website under Hi-Fi Miscellaneous and Headphone Volume and Hearing Damage, and there's some humor in there, so I think most people will get it. Thank you very much.